What's happening, Big Ten fans? Friday is a loaded day for the Big Ten Conference. I'm Andrew McDevitt, here to break down what to watch this weekend. Starting with the NCAA volleyball tournament at noon. The Austin Regional Semifinals, the 4-seeded Indiana Hoosiers take on the 1-seed Texas. IU swept both Toledo and 5-seed Colorado through the first two rounds. Senior outside Candela Alonso Corsellis provided 16 kills in what is likely her final home match in Bloomington. Can the Hoosiers keep it going versus Texas? Immediately afterwards, on the same court, the 3-seeded Wisconsin Badgers take on the 2-seed Stanford. Similarly, the Badgers swept their first two matches of the NCAA tournament against Eastern Illinois and North Carolina. Mimi Collier led the way against the Tar Heels for Wisconsin with 22 kills. Spots in the Elite Eight on the line in Texas for both Indiana and Wisconsin. If they both win, they'll face off against each other on Saturday. Friday night, 6 o'clock in Cary, North Carolina, the Washington Huskies look to continue their historic run versus Furman in the College Cup. Since the NCAA men's soccer tournament expanded in 2001 to 48 teams, Washington is only the second program to win 4 straight road games and advance to the College Cup. Big Ten Midfielder of the Year Richie Amon was named a Mac Hermann semifinalist earlier this week. He leads the Big Ten with 13 assists this season. Charlie Kosakoff has scored in back-to-back games and is up to 10 goals on the year. The Huskies are set to compete in their second College Cup in program history. Jamie Clark's group is just one game away from playing for a national championship. Friday night, 6 o'clock on ESPNU. Good luck to the Huskies. Also on Friday night, a top 10 wrestling duel. The second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes will host the 9th-ranked NC State Wolfpack. The Buckeyes are 7-0, led by senior Jesse Mendez. The two-time national champ at 141 pounds is coming off a dominant Tech Fall victory in the match against Bellarmine. Freshman Ben Davino also won by Tech Fall in the same match. He's ranked second nationally at 133 pounds. The Wolfpack come in at 5-2. Expect fireworks at the top and bottom of this matchup. The Wolfpack come in with the top 125-pounder Vincent Robinson, while Nick Bouzakis is ranked third at 125 for the Buckeyes. And at 285, third-ranked Nick Feldman will take on the second-ranked Isaac Trumbull. The action gets started in Columbus at 7 o'clock and can be seen on Big Ten+. Wrapping up our busy Friday with a regional semifinal in Lincoln. Should get started around 9:30 Eastern on ESPN2. The top overall seed in the NCAA women's volleyball tournament, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, host the 4-seed Kansas. The Huskers have won 45 consecutive sets at home, steamrolling LIU and Kansas State to make it to the Sweet 16 for the 14th year in a row. Andy Jackson and Harper Murray led the way with 10 kills apiece. That balanced attack for Danny Busboom Kelly will look to keep it rolling into the Elite Eight against the Kansas Jayhawks at home on Friday night at 9:30. If they advance, they'll take on the 3-seed Texas A&M or the 2-seed Louisville. Former stomping grounds of DBK, Huskers Nation will be locked in to the Bob Devaney Center on Friday night. On Saturday at 5:30 on Fox, number 16 USC hosts the reigning national champs and number 1 team in the country, UConn. The Trojans come in at 7-2 on the year and are winners of 4 in a row, including most recently a ranked win against number 21, the Washington Huskies. Freshman Jazzy Davidson led the way in their conference opener with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Kennedy Smith had 2 blocks and 13 points of her own as the Trojans showed their grit against the Huskies. Now it's another set of Huskies coming into their building. Can Coach Lindsey Gottlieb's group keep their momentum and take down Gino Auriemma's UConn Huskies? Find out on Saturday at 5:30 on Fox. Saturday night, a team that's already in a regional final. The 3-seeded Purdue Boilermakers take on the number 1 seed Pitt Panthers in their building. It's the first regional final appearance for Purdue since 2021, thanks to a 4-set victory on Thursday night over SMU. Kenna Woolard led the way for the Boilermakers with 23 kills, 10 digs, and 5 blocks. Ryan McAleer had a match-high 23 digs, her second most on the season. The win sets up a Saturday night showdown in the Steel City for the Boilermakers as they look to upset Pitt and punch their ticket to the Final Four on Saturday night at 7:30 on ESPN2. Tune in. And on Saturday night, our first bowl action of the season. The Washington Huskies take on Boise State in the LA Bowl. Expect a heavy dose of number 1 in purple and gold. Jonah Coleman is second in the Big Ten in rushing touchdowns with 14. Boise State has given up 24 rushing touchdowns this season and gives up an average of more than 165 yards per game on the ground. Add in the dual threat ability of Damon Williams Jr., and the Huskies could be a very dangerous ground threat to the Broncos in the LA Bowl. The first of 12 scheduled Big Ten bowl games, including college football playoff matchups. Washington's trying to start the conference on a high note on Saturday night at 8 o'clock on ABC in the LA Bowl versus Boise State. I'll also be tuned into a ranked basketball matchup on Saturday afternoon between Nebraska and Illinois. What will you be watching, Big Ten fans?